Isn't she a great environmentalist? Why are we using and reusing so much plastic?
Good point.
Then she gives us the ineffable tip that when you tie a knot, always be sure you put a bow on.
So Meghan Markle, in what was supposed to be a heartwarming culinary love letter to the world, teamed up with Chrissy Teigen for part 2 of her With Love series. The result? Think less Julia Child charm and more high-budget hostage situation. From second one, you could feel something was off. The two stood in a sparkling, picture-perfect kitchen set, cameras purring, countertops gleaming. But instead of warmth and chemistry, we got awkward pauses, mismatched energy, and a vibe that screamed, "We met in the parking lot 10 minutes ago." Chrissy, bless her, was pulling conversational rabbits out of hats to keep things moving, while Meghan's smile had that just hold still until the cameras stop tension.
Listen, I live in New York City. I don't have counter space in my kitchen.
Right.
She doesn't know that. She's
a normal
never
person.
pretzels.
Peanut butter pretzels.
And decanting them into another.
And then, the cooking. Or should I say, cooking. Meghan's knife grip looked like she was defusing a bomb, her cuts uneven enough to make Gordon Ramsay faint. She froze mid-onion dice to get off-camera coaching. This wasn't charming in experience. It was like watching someone take a driver's test without knowing how to start the car. The piece de resistance, her big cultural moment, a Nigerian-inspired dish meant to be a heartfelt cross-cultural celebration. Instead, it was a masterclass in surface-level Googling, vague platitudes about flavors that unite us, while butchering traditional techniques and swapping out key ingredients like she was prepping for a Pinterest potluck. Nigerian chefs online were not having it. Think detailed Twitter threads, annotated screenshots, and side-by-side photos of what the dish should have looked like.
And then Daniel does show up.
Poor Daniel.
Poor Daniel. And she doesn't know if he likes to, lifelong friend of decades, the before, during, and after, as she says, right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't know if he likes tomatoes.
Right.
Doesn't know that he's left-handed. He's her makeup artist.
But the real twist of the knife came courtesy of Maureen Callahan, live on TV, breaking the segment down with the precision of a crime scene investigator. She rolled the footage, time-stamped the awkward silences, replayed the utensil fumbles, and flat-out called the cultural presentation a masterclass in how not to engage with heritage cuisine. After that, even people who hadn't seen the episode felt like they had, and not in a good way. Social media detonated within minutes. Hashtag cooking catastrophe. Hashtag with love without skill. Not my kitchen. Clips were going viral faster than Netflix could push promo content. The most shared moments? Meghan standing frozen while Chrissy took over tasks, mispronouncing culinary terms, and staring into the middle distance like she just remembered she left the oven on at home.
By the way, not for nothing, I have seen people online, there are her defenders, whether they are paid bots, I don't know, but people saying, why can't you just leave her alone? She's just trying to make an entertaining cooking show, whatever.
Behind the scenes, whispers started. Netflix knew this wasn't up to par, but they banked on Meghan's name to draw eyeballs. It worked for 48 hours. Curiosity clicks spiked. But at what cost? Industry analysts are already warning that you can only sell the brand name for so long before people start demanding actual substance. And the cruelest irony? This was filmed back-to-back with Season 1, meaning every single criticism from her first go-round, flat energy, messy presentation, questionable hair choices, was baked right into Season 2. No adjustments, no growth, just double the footage of the same issues. So now, instead of being remembered as a cozy cooking show, With Love Part 2 has become a glittering, slow-motion car crash. A reminder that sometimes the biggest budgets, the brightest lights, and the most famous names can't mask the simple truth. If you can't dice an onion or hold a conversation, the camera will catch it. And so will the internet. This isn't just a flop. It's a brand moment, and not the kind you frame in the office. This is the kind you spend months, maybe years, trying to spin away. But with the clips already immortalized online, good luck with that. Do you want me to also add a fictional off-camera meltdown scene for extra dramatic punch? That would send this gossip piece through the roof. Access insider status. Now, Meghan's official origin story is plucky actress makes it big, falls in love with the prince, and becomes a beacon of modern royalty. But the yacht photo? It's whispering something else. Connections, strategy, calculated proximity to power. And online detectives, not tabloids, not paparazzi, but Reddit users with time and facial recognition software, are matching faces, dates, and locations like it's a Netflix true crime doc.
She stuck him in another country. He no longer has a job. He doesn't speak to his family, and he has minor children in the United States. So she's effectively trapped him.
Meghan has sued newspapers for less. She's fought tabloids tooth and nail. But now, radio silence. No denial. No, this is misinformation Instagram post. And in the court of public opinion, silence isn't classy. It's suspicious. Her old friends, suddenly off the grid. Social media accounts deleted, photos wiped, captions edited. Stylists who once tagged her in every post now act like they never met her. Some whisper about NDAs, others just disappear. If you're keeping score, that's exactly how conspiracy theories stop being theories. The internet is a shark. It smells blood, and it's circling. SNL jokes morph into Twitter threads, threads turn into YouTube exposés, and now even mainstream outlets are dropping phrases like digital cleanup and mysterious deletions. The real kicker? Citizen sleuths have lined up yacht timestamps with Instagram check-ins, matched party guest lists to Meghan's pre-royal social circles, and uncovered whole websites that vanished after her engagement. Not one gotcha moment, just a web of tiny, perfectly inconvenient connections. And then there's the Prince Andrew angle. Oh yes, some blurry background figure at a party, some overlapping associates. Nothing provable, but enough to set the internet on fire. It's not about facts anymore. It's about patterns. Here's why this is a problem. Meghan didn't just brand herself as glamorous. She branded herself as authentic, as the truth teller who shook up the royals. So when her past looks curated, when she ignores questions she'd normally pounce on, that's when the trust starts leaking out of the balloon. It's no longer, did Meghan party on a yacht? It's, why did the photos vanish? Why are her friends unreachable? And why now, at the peak of her rebranding push, is she letting the internet write the narrative for her? The truth? Once the late-night comics are making jokes about your deleted Instagram, you're not in control of the story anymore. And if you think this is just a blip, think again. In gossip terms, this isn't a shot of espresso. This is an IV drip, the kind that keeps the rumor mill alive for years. Because Meghan Markle's problem isn't that she had a past, it's that she's pretending she didn't. And in the age of screenshots, NDAs, and yacht manifest leaks, the internet never, ever forgets.
You can practically hear the boardroom whisper, "Let's make genetics sexy," and a little supremacist. But let's rewind. Not too long ago, Sydney Sweeney was America's sun-drenched sweetheart, the Euphoria star with curves, charm, and that old Hollywood energy. From glossy red carpets to rom-com trailers, she was the new it girl. Sexy, goofy, relatable, the kind of girl who'd steal your boyfriend but apologize with cookies. Brands lined up like it was 2003 and she was the new Jessica Simpson. And for a while, it worked. But then came the micro-twitches. The right-wing uncle birthday party controversy, the vaguely MAGA-coded family vibes, the strategic silence in the face of political commentary, not even a safe Instagram square. Her PR moves started to feel manufactured. Friends in the influencer circuit say she's selective now, like doesn't reply to texts but still watches your story selective. Oh, and one ex-stylist allegedly called her image-obsessed and brand paranoid. And then came this gene campaign with a side of genetics.
Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. Occasionally, certain conditions produce a structural change in the gene, which will bring about the process of evolution. This may occur in one or more of the following ways. Firstly, by selective mating.
Let's be real. Sydney's brand heat? It's been on a low simmer. That Anyone But You promo tour tried to revive the screwball rom-com, but behind the scenes, Sony execs were allegedly calling it a TikTok success, not a box office one. Her Dr. Squatch commercial, thirst trap in beard oil. Her lawn campaign, somehow both luxurious and low effort. But American Eagle, that's where things hit critical cringe. A denim commercial where Sydney purrs about having good genes while literally talking about DNA? It's giving science class meets Aryan Pinterest board. And that line, "My genes are blue"? Excuse me, what? Are we selling pants or pitching for the next Gattaca reboot? Meanwhile, the brand itself? Desperate. American Eagle stock crawled out of the clearance bin after this campaign. But at what cost? Cultural cachet? Human decency? Now here's where things get really House of Cards. Industry sleuths noticed a curious uptick in connections between Sweeney's camp and conservative-leaning donors. Allegedly, a key AE stakeholder has ties to both Netanyahu's re-election and Trumpian real estate fantasies. Coincidence? Or is Sydney's team cozying up to MAGA money behind the scenes? Meanwhile, she's been eyeing more main character energy. Think producing roles, power dinners, mysterious new stylists. And yes, flirtations with right-wing adjacent luxury brands. One entertainment attorney even joked, she's trading cool for control, and money talks louder than Twitter outrage. But here's the kicker. The public clocked it instantly. Memes exploded. TikTok dissected every syllable of that creepy, whisper-soft voiceover. "She has good genes" is now practically internet shorthand for red flag coded in beige. Even her fans are split, half defending her like it's a personality test, the other half packing up their stan cards. And where are the celebs who used to hype her up? Silent. Not even a fire emoji. The girl who once had every fashion house calling suddenly feels like a hot potato. And the longer she stays quiet, the louder the silence gets. So now, whispers say a split is brewing. Not a relationship one, a brand divorce. Rumors swirl that Sydney's team is considering backing out of future campaigns, quietly fading into more editorial-focused lanes. Some say she's re-evaluating her partnerships. Others claim she's been distant from AE since the backlash hit.